to rumble for this college football playoff game. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the reason why this is one of the games of the week is you got a receiving core that's just been lighting people up. So hard to stop collectively, but they're running into an elite defense that's filled with confidence too, Kirk.
Yeah, Chris, I'm going to turn it around a little bit and talk about, I think, the offensive line. We know what the receivers can do. Will the quarterback have enough time against this defense to be able to make the throws where he can try to expose the secondary? That's the real challenge. Can you protect the quarterback to give these receivers a chance to make plays?
Offside, defense.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. Well, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
Grab near the sticks. It's Walker. Goes out to Stephon. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there. The guys up front line up. It's first down.
How about that? That's the way to start a game. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
Short pass finds the tight end. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. A completion makes it second down. And now the handoff. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. They try to sneak it for the first. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw. It's Lacy. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got a man down the middle. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down. Here comes a throw from the red zone. The receiver grabs it, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Wants to throw it. Pass caught. Can he get in? We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So Oregon's offense gets their first crack now. Let's check out the impact players in this game, Kirk. Guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them. And they're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coaches told us all week that these are the guys that really are unique within this program, and hopefully they play well today.
Offside, defense.
The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. So the offense comes up now on first down thanks to that costly penalty. First play looking to throw it. And he drops it. Can you believe it? The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 40. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Quick spin on the run. Slides down to avoid the tackle. The Ducks line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. Catch made on the right side. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call.
Holding.
Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here comes the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24. One massive play has moved the football just outside the red zone. First down. Quarterback still with the football. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. There's a screen pass to the running back. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Running back has it on a screen now. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a fourth and short. So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. And that one's straight down the middle.
Now, I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense comes out to start this drive. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. 2 backs now flanking the quarterback. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Dropping back. It's Lacy. A deep shot to the right. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. Don't make the third down yardage. Here comes the punt team. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The last possession is settled for 3. Let's see if they can reach the end zone this time. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Second down after that previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They make the stop, but the offense is set up in scoring position. First down from the 23. The Ducks pick up enough yardage for a first down. Ending off on the draw play. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. Second down after that run on the previous play. The running back here on a direct snap. Fighting him off. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. Third down after that running play. Trying to convert with a sweep. First down and 10. He'll set up to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8. Here we go. Third down close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Touchdown, Ducks.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, it makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's the point after attempt. The PAT makes it 10-7. We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Offense drops that onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. Here's the handoff. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Getting set. Here's second down. And on the carry, he's heading left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Past the 20.
Chris, how about that? A quick slant to go for this many yards and a touchdown. That's what's so dangerous about this quarterback and wide receiver. The quarterback puts the ball right on the money, and by doing so, look at the receiver. Catches it in stride and has all that room to run after the catch for that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. And looking to throw now on first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Caught by the receiver. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. From the shotgun, drops back. Makes the catch. It's Moore. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. The Ducks will line up on first and 10. He hands it off from the gun. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss in the play. Offense behind the 6 now in second and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Looking to pass here on second down. Caught quickly. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for a man deep down the left side. This one is dropped. No one around him. He couldn't make the catch. Incomplete. And the Ducks bring their punt team onto the field. Returner decides to fair catch this. Offense back out there trying to get something going. Handoff here from the shotgun. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first? They pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10.
There you go, defense. Much better job of affecting the quarterback. This guy's already thrown a couple touchdown passes. That time, no chance at all to get his feet set. Nice job of pressuring him and bringing him down for the sack.
They bring the punter onto the field now. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Tries the right with a quick throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Here comes second and 10 from the 44 after that incompletion. That's caught. It's Moore. Tackle made after a big gain. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Grab made by the tight end. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. The Ducks looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. Trying to find room. It's Davison. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And the wideout goes in motion. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, nearly an interception down there in the end zone. Could not quite hold on. It'll bring up 4th down now. Now comes the field goal unit. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. They start with an RPO. Quick pass to the right. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. That's Carr. It's Walker. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball under the 36. 1st down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
Okay, here they go. Big 1st down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Look out, room to run here. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Lacy. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the 2nd quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. They'll hand it off. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard. Been a really productive drive, but the loss there now makes it 2nd and 12. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Lets it fly out of the wideout. He's got it in the open. They finally bring him down, but the offense set him down. 1st down from the 15. Single back, takes the handoff. Has it back to the end zone. So with playoff pressure for it, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Set up with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They settled for 3 last time. Let's see what they can come up with this drive. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28. 1st and 10 now for the offense. And he drops back in the gun. And the quarterback finds an open target on the crossing route. Really solid 1st down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Looks to the left, pass caught. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. receiver trying to get to the marker.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
The Ducks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. He hands it to the back. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. 6th play of the drive coming up. They call the draw play here. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick angles out of bounds, so no return possible here. Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. On 1st down, it's play action. Makes a quick catch. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the handoff. He's stopping, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. And that run is good for 1st down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep and brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Looking to pass. It's Lacy. Quick throw to the left. Throws it in. It's Boyd. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Short throw complete to the tight end. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Pass complete on a crossing route. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. No huddle here for the offense.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
That's going to be incomplete. A 1st down drop here in the middle of the field. And he's back to throw again on 2nd down. Punt over the middle. It's Boyd. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a 1st down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Grab down the middle. It's Boyd. They make the tackle, but the offense now set up with a 1st down at the 21. QB decides to keep it here. They'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. 1st and goal, handoff. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. So it sets up a 2nd and goal from the 4. Scanning the field, it's Lacy. They've got him down behind the line. They lose yardage on that completion. Ball at the 6-yard line now. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Launching one to the end zone. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
to try here for the extra point. And the PAT makes it a 15-point lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? On the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. They'll stop at the 34. That will be a first down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Play action here on first down. The receiver makes the catch. Oh, and he's ruled down right there. They lose yardage on that play. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. The pocket breaking down. Swarmed by the pass rush. The sack.
They just felt that one coming. Third down and long. Those defensive linemen are in that sprinter stance. They know the offense is going to have to throw. Great job of using that athletic ability and speed to get after the quarterback to come up with that sack.
And the Ducks will line up to boot it away. Returner brought down by the coverage team. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. And that completion puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Good enough for first down yardage. The defense now backed up in their own red zone. Thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They bring him down after a short gain there. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. We've reached the 2-minute timeout of what's been a lopsided game so far. Let's see if the offense can stretch the lead more before halftime. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. Big moment here in this playoff game. 3rd and short on the 7th play of the drive. Back to pass. It's Lacy. The pass rush closing in. Caught on the outside. It's Walker. So they're short on 4th down. The coach decides to trot out the field goal team. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage, but he should have left the ball in the end zone. So the drive begins here, backed up at their own 9. Going to run it. It's Davison. Oh, look at the quick cut. Tackle made, but he Gets the ball out across the 20-yard line. Good game. The Ducks will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Looking to throw it on first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. First down. They're going to throw the football. Pulls it in. It's McClellan. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. The offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Looking to throw it again. Quick completion to the tight end. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. That completion makes it second and short. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch, and the gain just good enough for a first down. The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football, and now it's second down. After the incompletion, second down now from the 35. They look to throw it here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Third and short here in this playoff game. The 8th play of the drive. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. And the Ducks are in the red zone. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. There's contact on the throw. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. Here's the handoff on first and goal. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 7. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Makes the grab on the move. Brought down. The completion moves the ball down to the 4. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half. They'll look to throw it on third and goal. And it's caught. Bites into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Now that's what I'm talking about. This hasn't been a great first half, but putting up that touchdown like this, now they're going to be feeling good heading into that locker room and get themselves to believe that they can come back and win this game.
Now the important point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So it's first down, but they'll just take a knee and head to halftime. Somewhat conservative call, but content to take this lead into the locker room. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, the magnitude of these CFP matchups is always on another level. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
The kickoff team out there now to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The passing game effective in the first half. Let's see if they keep it going or if the defense has made adjustments trying to protect the lead here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down. The Ducks will send the punt team onto the field.
4th down.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the offense trots back onto the field here. Short connection to the tight end here.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And the same runner's got it again. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time. So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. Makes the grab. It's Walker. They make the stop, but it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 18. It's a 1st and 10 play. Punt over the middle. It's Walker. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Boyd. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. So here we go. 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here. Trying to force a field goal attempt. Fights off the defender. They stop him behind the line. That's going to set up 4th down and short. So now on comes the field goal unit. And it's good, right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Returner decides to field it. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. I tried to use the stiff arm there, but the defense corrals him quickly. Now it's 2nd down here. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. He gets loose. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the 1st down marker. They punted 4 times already on the verge of a 5th. They can't convert this 3rd down. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground. The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Nice grab. It's Moore. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. A short completion at the tight end. They make the stop just short of the 1st. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. And they'll kick it away here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Offense ready to start this drive. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense. that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? A quick throw out left, complete. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Important second down play coming up. Trying to find some room. It's Davison. They test the middle and get stuffed. That is just not open for business today. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the offense trots back out on the field again. They'll run it here. He finds some space.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Boyd. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Second down play coming up. Scanning the field. It's Lacy. And it's caught across the middle. They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. Receiver in motion now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Important third down play coming up. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up 4th. And here comes the punter onto the field. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Quick throw, the catch is made. And it'll be Smolder right at the line for no gain. The loss sets up a 2nd and long from the 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He lets it go. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2nd down after that previous play. Grabbed by the receiver. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Looking to chuck it again. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. The Ducks will bring their punt team on the field now. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. To the air, it's Lacy. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. That play makes it 2nd and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Walker.
Boy, a wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either the receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Grab down the middle. It's Walker. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's 4th down. they'll kick it away here. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. It's a shotgun run call. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. Getting set. Here's second down. Looking for a receiver. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Dumps it down to the back. He stopped him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43. And the Ducks with 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. So second down and 10 now from the 43 after the incompletion. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down. The Ducks will have to kick this away. Son to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Throwing off play action. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. Keeping it on the ground here. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. That gain sets up a third down play. To throw, it's Lacey. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down. The punt team making their way on the field. On to kick now for the 5th time tonight. Trying to return the punt for some extra yardage. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Quick throw to the right. It's caught. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, what a grab! They make the stop, but good enough for a first down at the 29. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? It's a quarterback keeper. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's got it with room to run. Touchdown, Ducks. This quarterback on fire today. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against his secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Grab behind the line. It's Boyd. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. Offense getting set. It's second down. Back to throw. It's Lacey. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. Time for one more play here in the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Over the middle. It's Boyd. Ball carrier brought down. What is the final play of this third quarter? All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Grab down the middle. It's Walker.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And the defense smothers him for no gain. Crucial third down play right here. Looking to throw yet again. Taking a shot deep down the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. They tackle him all the way down to the 15-yard line. This offense is knocking on the door now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Dump off caught by the running back. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play. They've converted both third down attempts on the drive so far, but now it's 3rd and 8. Looking downfield. It's Lacy. Caught near the goal line. Can't get to the end zone. They'll spot the ball at the 2. So it's 1st and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can. And they're trying to punch it in here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Okay, now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Game moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. Hebe keeps it himself.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. And they've got the return of Corral. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. The shotgun handoff here. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21. Here's the 2nd down play. Looking for a man. And the pass is incomplete. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. Design quarterback run. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll run it to the left. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, it's Lacy. Looking downfield near the end zone. Because this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. No, they've stopped him short. The defense with a big fourth down play to protect this lead late in the game. Quick throw to his receiver. They connect again. That's just been an unstoppable pitch-and-catch combination all game.
This receiver's been making this defense look silly, Chris, the entire game. He has multiple touchdowns so far. Just shows you that whatever the game plan was to slow him down, flat out hasn't worked.
They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. On first down, it's play action. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Tackle, but first down. A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. They keep him off balance with a run. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Play fake, looking to throw. Deep shot toward the end zone. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Quick throw to the left. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. It'll be first and goal at the 7.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is two.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down.
Personal foul. Looking kicker. Defense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Oh, the kicking team recovers. That gamble pays off. Excellent field position here for the offense. On first and 10, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. They'll hand it off. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Movement here from the tight end. The quarterback keeps it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Very tight coverage. It's incomplete on the deflection. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Delivers quickly to the left side. Touchdown, Ducks. They connect for 6.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Here comes the point after attempt. And it's good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And out comes the offense set to take over here. Fire to the right side, complete. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now. Looking to pass. It's Lacy. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. Brings up 3rd down. The shotgun running play call. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. Punting ready to boot it away.
Offense facing 4th down.
Fair catch made at the 35. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Caught behind the line. It's Davison. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry up.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? With the catch, it's McClellan. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call.
Holding.
That one hurts. Smacks him up 10 yards. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Let's it fly to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer for the 47.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Incompletion on 1st down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 47. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Moore. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Back to throw again. And he's going to heave it deep right down the middle. The ball is picked off. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
The offense has to be careful now. Backed up inside their own 10. Leaning on the run game here. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They call it a counter run here. He's swallowed up at the line, could not get past that big defensive tackle. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And it's a direct snap. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And looking to throw now on first down. Oh, and he dropped that one. A great chance at his second interception of the game. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. The receiver grabs it. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. First and 10. Well, the numbers are just getting ridiculous. I'm not sure this quarterback knows it, but he's very close to a 500-yard passing game, Tucker.
This guy is having an unbelievable day in this poor defense. They look like they're playing in quicksand. He's just one step ahead of them every single play, just carving them up, making every single throw that's asked of him. What a masterclass performance.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. And the Ducks will crank up the tempo. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. He's got it on a crossing route. They bring him down, but not before gaining first down yardage to the 22. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. The defense scoops it up. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race.
Well, this linebacker, Shorty, he's got some serious speed. I mean, he's been pounding people play after play against the run. This time the ball's on the ground. I just thought he might pick it up. He shows us what kind of speed he has. Takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught, completion. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Play action here on first down. Oh, they trap him for a sack. They lose yards on first down, so second and long from the 16. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Short pass finds the tight end. Ball carrier tackled there. Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 27. Out of the gun now on third down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The Ducks getting set on first and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. The sure hands. It's Davison. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The Ducks will come to the line to run the hurry up. The offense decides to just spike the ball here. Now it's second down here.
No gain on the play. Second down.
And the quarterback dropping back. That's reeled in. It's Moore.
Hey, there's the execution. It's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
They make the stop, but good enough for a first down at the 29. And the offense wisely spikes the ball here to stop the clock. Important second down play coming up.
On the play. Brings up second down.
From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. They face third and short here in the playoff on the 10th play of this drive. Out of the gun now on third down. It's caught on the crossing pattern. They bring it down at the 11, but it'll be first down from there. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long.
Second down.
He's looking to throw. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. Here they come on third and long, trying to overcome that sack they gave up earlier. Quarterback will spike the ball to stop the clock. No surprise, offense going for it on fourth down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And that pass is incomplete, trying for an oh-by-the-way touchdown, but it's no good. Time expires. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff bracket. We'll talk to you down the line. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.